Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Squirto. Welcome back to the channel. Today what we're going to be doing is comparing the OSA assault rifle versus the submachine gun, the TAV 45. Now I know what most of you guys are going to be saying is, oh Squirto, you can't be comparing the OSA and the UMP. One's an assault rifle and one's a submachine gun. That makes no sense. Well, I beg to differ because the OSA to me plays exactly like a submachine gun and these two weapons compare perfectly. Alright, so first off, we're going to talk about the ARX-160. The ARX-160, or the OSA, departs from the previously issued Beretta AR-70. The weapon is composed of an upper and lower receiver, both manufactured mostly from polymer and operates through a short-stroke piston system. The weapon was designed in 2008 and used in the war in Afghanistan. Now, this weapon in Infinite Warfare has been a powerhouse, and a lot of people were very mad about this gun being overpowered and destroying people in UMGs and professionals. So it got banned for UMGs. They did nerf this weapon. And to be honest with you guys, I just don't like this weapon unless I am playing very aggressively on a very small map. It is a very fast firing weapon with great hip fire and great mobility. You know, when the game first came out, the ARX-160 wasn't used very much. As soon as people found out what it was, I mean, it was like the NV4 and the K-bar of this game. It was being used by every single player. It was melting you. If you had reactive armor, it was like impossible. Like, reactive armor does absolutely nothing against this gun because of how fast it shoots and the damage it has up close. You know, it can be a powerhouse. You know, so in the hands of the right people, this gun can be insane. I mean, when you put this gun in a Call of Duty pro player's hands, I mean, they make this gun look like it has no recoil whatsoever. And I don't know how they do it. So I can understand why this gun did get banned for professional Call of Duty and MLG. I wouldn't want a professional player playing against me with this gun, you know. You don't see it that much in public matches for that reason. You know, a lot of people like very accurate guns just because it helps with your accuracy. You don't have to focus too much on controlling the recoil of weapons. One thing about this gun that I do really enjoy is the hip fire on it. You guys will see in the gameplay, there's some kills where I'm up close and I just hip fire and it's deadly accurate. You do not need the laser sight on this thing. And that's why I believe this gun is like an SMG. When you're up close with people, this thing, to me, performs like the Scorpion or the Vesper, just because of how fast the fire rate is and how crazy the recoil is, or the hip fire is on this thing. It just plays exactly like that. So let me know if you guys enjoy this OSA, if you guys would prefer another OSA, or if you like the ARX-160 from Advanced Warfare, the 3-burst, or if you like the ARX-160 from Ghost, the fully auto. I think the ARX-160 from Call of Duty Ghost was the best ARX. In this game, it would have been the best if they didn't nerf it. If they wouldn't have nerfed this weapon, it could have been a powerhouse. I mean, as you guys can see, it has a lot of recoil. But next up, we're going to get into the UMP. The UMP is a blowback operated magazine-fed submachine gun firing from a closed bolt. As originally designed, the UMP is chambered for larger cartridges than other submachine guns to provide more stopping power against unarmored targets. This weapon was designed in the 1990s and is still being used today. Most of you guys know this weapon from Modern Warfare 2. This is when this gun first got introduced into Call of Duty. They put it in Modern Warfare 3, and they now have it back as a classic weapon in Infinite Warfare. Once again, this is another weapon I don't see used very much in public matches. I don't know why. This gun is honestly one of the most underrated guns in this game, and it makes no sense to me why no one uses it. I think people are they're just not giving enough guns in this game enough credit. You know, all you see, like I said, is the K-bar and the NV4, but there's other weapons in this game that just destroy people. I mean, this gun right here is deadly accurate, a lot of power damage, you know. It melts right through people. As you can see in this gameplay, I mean, there's just times where people are across the map and I was just picking them off easy with this weapon. Like, I have learned to like this gun a lot, you know. I forget to put this gun on my class setups just because it is a classic weapon. And when I'm going through my class setups, I'm not really focusing on the classic. I forget about the classic category, to be honest with you. But this is probably, in my opinion, the best SMG in the game. Better than the ERAD, better than the Karma. Excuse me, better than all the submachine guns in this game. And people just aren't using it. I don't know why it's not used in MLG. You know, they might have a rule against using the classic weapons while in professional Call of Duty or UMGs. But I think it needs to be used. I think it's one of those guns that they could really do some damage if you're playing competitive. Once again, if this gun's in the hands of the right people, it could just melt. Another thing I do want to talk about this gun is that if you do put a suppressor on this thing, I do find it a lot more weak. I think that this one thing Infinite Warfare did do very well with this game is making it so if you put a suppressor on a gun, you do have to take some risk. It's going to lessen the damage. You know, there's been a lot of Call of Duties previously where putting a suppressor on a weapon does absolutely nothing. All it does is give you an advantage. But in this game, you know, with the K-Bar, UMP, NV4, all these weapons, if you put a suppressor on, it gives you a major disadvantage because the gun does get very weak. But let me know what you guys think about the UMP. If this is your favorite SMG. Once again, this is just me comparing these two weapons. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. I'll catch you guys later.